We're gonna do this. How about this? No, not you, Whitney. Let's go with this one here. All right, y'all. Y'all know when y'all hear that music, it's time to go. It's going down, y'all. So we can help y'all go up. So y'all need to get on here. It's gonna be something amazing. Let me get Instagram up and running here before they get all mad with me. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. I'm gonna give y'all a second to get on here. Introduce my guest. 1, 2, 3. Instagram, we're live with you too. Let's go. Put y'all dance with me on this one. Come on. That's right. That's right. I love my audience. Hold on a second, Instagram. I'm covering y'all up right now. I'm going to clean off the camera lens. Flip it around. Flip around. Hey, guys. Hey, welcome from the north, south, the east, the west, and all the rest. We're not going to give you mediocre. We're going to give you our best. We made it rhyme for you. Woo! How's your Monday? I hope your Monday's going a fun day because it's about, you know what? Shoot, let's just do a little bit more music. Get y'all fired up. Let's just do a bit more of that. We'll do more of that. Okay. All right, guys, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super stoked on this Monday, fun day, and I'm just gonna dive right in here. I gotta introduce my guest. I'm super stoked. This is not her first appearance here on Live at 12:05, and it won't be her last, I hope.
I hope not.
Okay, so see, I just got her saying that, so that means she's okay with coming back. This is a gal that's often imitated, never quite duplicated. She's first to many, but absolutely second to none in more ways than one. But she would never say that, because she's too humble. She's got a little zip in her hip, some slide in her glide, and I got her right over here by my side to help you thrive and not just survive and stay alive. And I made it all rhyme for you guys. Get ready to clap your hands like you going crazy. Her name is capital T-H-E, Shari Rightmer. Let's go. Now, some people say Shari, some people say Sherry, but I think it's more Sherry you go by, right?
Yes.
Yes. See, I know. How long have I known you, Sherry?
About 8-9 years, somewhere around there. Yes.
It seems like it's longer.
I know. Well, you know, I can take that
That's
one way or the other.
Well, I'm just glad we know each other at all. It's it's like the thing where you're like floating through this life, and you bump into people, and some people you want them to stick to you. I talk a lot about this world is full of different jelly beans and they're different colors, and I like collecting the green ones. And
Obviously.
I'm wearing a little green shirt today, so we can go right along with that theme. And the green ones are the ones that are like passion pursuing, dream driven, goal getting, on a mission to be in service to this hurting humanity in some way. And so that is such, and I know she vibes with that. I love her story, even the story of how we even connected. I talk a lot about connecting the dots, how we can look forward in the future, but we can't connect dots looking forward. But we can always look back over our shoulder at the past and see how the dots connected. And so it was a series of dots that ended up landing us in each other's world. And one of those green jelly beans, you just kind of stick to them. And then to watch, her story. If you guys saw the title of this one right here, it lent itself, I kind of started off with saying, she's here. And it's from Beverly Hills to Bunk 11 and beyond is what I kind of titled it there.
And beyond, I like that.
And beyond. Because it just didn't stop at Bunk 11. And a lot of y'all probably saying, what's that all about? Let me say welcome to some of you guys. Hey, Sheila Mark. Welcome, girl. Hey, Courtney, I see you, brother. Michael Willis, good to see you too. And there's a lot of you guys that are trolling, but y'all don't want me to really see y'all. That's okay. But showing just a little bit of love with some thumbs up and hearts, letting us know that we're coming through loud and clear on this Facebook thing. And we're streaming live on Instagram. I don't want to forget you guys as well. And also, most of you guys are probably watching this on replay on YouTube or LinkedIn or Twitter or something like that. But whatever you're watching it from, I'm just glad you're watching it. This episode is going to be off the charts in more ways than one. It's episode number what? 409. Oh my gosh. On this 9th day of March. And just like that, y'all, we are in the 3rd month of this year. Seems like just yesterday people were making resolutions and stuff. And I'm not big on resolutions. Matter of fact, my New Year's resolution this year was that I would stop making New Year's resolutions.
Did it work?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Because I don't make
Okay.
them. I do. I'm more akin to commitments.
Yes.
And of lifestyle, where it's like, okay, I want to start doing this, and I kind of entrenched that in my lifestyle, understanding that the habits that we develop don't happen overnight. So don't think that you can really expect something going to stick and change overnight as well, too. You can start the process. I want to get your take on this. You can start the process, but it's going to take a sustained amount of time in order for that particular thing to stick. What are your thoughts on that? Got any thoughts?
Well, I think anything you put your intention towards, will definitely evolve and manifest. As long as you're committed to yourself and whatever it is that you say that you choose to do.
Yeah. And guys, the big currency that you have to pay when you want that thing to be changed, that biggest currency you have to invest is the thing called time. I got a rubber band. Where is it at? I can't find it. Because see if you can go with this, though. It's somewhere around here. Rubber band. I got little props and stuff, but I can't find it.
He has a whole collection.
Whole collection
Here,
of props.
I'm just going to say, look at this. Look. He has a whole collection of
life-size pens.
So many things.
Pencils. We got to take our notes.
We have this. We have
you
this.
Gonna show, she going to show him everything. Guys, imagine if you had a rubber band. Let me just, in the interest of currency of time investment that changes stuff. See if you can follow this. Imagine you got a rubber band and you stretch that rubber band out as far as you can humanly pull it, and then you let it go. What's going to happen? It's going to snap back to its original form. And the reason why is because it has memory. That it's going to remember where its original form that it was created, it was used to. I'm going to say it that way. So if you hold it, as you stretch it out and you hold it for maybe a few hours and you let it go, guess what's going to happen with most rubber bands? They're going to snap back to their original position. However, if you take that rubber band and you stretch it out and you hold it not for a few hours, not for a few days, not even for a few weeks, maybe even a few months, or dare I say a year or two, and you let that rubber band go, guess what's going to happen? It's going to stay where it was.
Yes.
Then the question is, do you know why? It's because it was stretched out. Oh, some of y'all ain't going to hear me today. It's on a Monday. It's like preaching up in here. But come on, tune in. It's because you've stretched it out so long. You've made it expand and move outside of its comfort zone for so long that ultimately it forgot the memory of where it used to be. Not indefinitely. So in life, there's a parallel here when it comes to life. If you want to change from something, and I want to get into your story too. If you want to change for something, you got to go immerse yourself into that next thing, and then that thing becomes you.
Yes.
Your thoughts? I know you guys. No,
it's great. I can't really add anything to that because it's amazing. And the thing is that what you were talking about, what I was kind of hearing is that muscle memory. The stretching is so important, but it's staying in the stretching, not going back. Mm-hmm. Not letting it just snap right back to the old routine, to the old way.
But it's so tempting.
The pull. I mean, that's what I'm so used to and programmed and used to doing. But the thing is that as I keep stretching and as I keep holding that, then that becomes my new normal.
Your new normal, guys. I'm gonna ding, 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 ding that and clap it because that's exactly the word. The word of the day is new normal.
Right.
So, what's your new normal? And you can choose that as well too. You're getting a little love.
Laura, hi, baby. Hi. Call everybody in Tampa. Let them know we're live. We started a little late, but we're all good.
Yes, yes. We were a little bit fashionably late today, but she got in here, and I love having Shari around. And it was funny because as soon as she walked in, the first thing she said was, Cedric, it's like it doesn't matter how long we've been apart.
Yeah.
I know we kind of hinted at it a little bit where we said from Beverly Hills to Bonk 11 and beyond. I really want to get into that story, and more importantly, the information that we share with you is going to give you a glimpse, and then we're going to talk about what she's doing right now, and there's a ton of stuff. It just will not fit into the show today, but we going to get some stuff in, and at the end of the day, here's the guarantee, that if you stay plugged in and you take a listen to us, you're going to have...
And the nuggets just keep on coming.
That's right.
Give me some
That's
more.
right. You're going to have some nuggets. The first nugget of the day was a new normal. And then we're going to inquire about that. What's your new normal? Or maybe even a better question, should you have a new normal? Mm-hmm. And that can only be answered by whether or not you're satisfied with the status quo. But on the other side of this, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to come back. I'm going to hit her story real quick. And then we're going to bounce right out of that. And we're going to tune you into that radio station called WIFY, which stands for What's In It For Guess Who? You! But it's going to be on the other side of this dance break, y'all. It's time for a dance break. Laura, call your friends and tell them we're all getting this thing going down. Welcome, guys. We're going to dive back in on the other side of this dance break, so stick with us. What song are we going to?
5, 4,
Ooh, I like
3, 2, 1.
All right, it's live at 12:05, guys. See us on the other side of this break. Let's level up real quick. Let's go! That's right. That's right. We are back. We are back, y'all. She had to go grab her phone. I guess she's probably going to get something out to somebody out there. I don't know what it is. What's Laura said? She said, I really want to do toiletries at the food bank with you. Is that right?
Hey, she has an amazing little program, actually, that she came up with.
Really?
Yeah, Laura, I'm going to share, baby. What she does is she goes and collects purses, and she fills them up with cosmetics and feminine stuff and all kinds of perfume, and then she passes them out to people.
Wow,
Is
God.
that
I'm gonna
amazing?
applaud that because I know my audience loves this. They love it. Thank you, guys.
Yay, Laura.
Hey, if having fun gives you a headache, upset stomach,
Stuff
and
a
diarrhea,
Purse is the name of the program. Stuff a Purse.
It's going down. So stuff a purse.
Yes.
I love it, guys. I know I titled this, what is a good for nothing or something to that effect. And I remember years ago, I kind of thought this through. I remember my grandmother used to call us a bunch of good for nothings. I was raised in the United States of Texas. And as an adult and a writer and a creator of content, it hit me one day. It was like, wait, good for nothing. That was a term that was originally meant in derision, to deride people of what they are. And I said, but how can we reframe that for something that will be good? And I'm a big reframer of taking something that may have not been meant for good and reframing it as something that's good. So I said, good for nothing. I got it. A person that's doing good in their community for nothing in return. And so, Eureka. Yes. I said, oh my goodness, that's a good way to take that phrase and leverage it for that. Now this gal, when I kind of introduced that phrase to her, she took it and ran with it. And she actually has an organization out there that's actually has adopted that term as their own. Matter of fact, here's the free shots of them.
Oh my gosh.
And look, now you can see this on every platform except for Instagram. Except for Instagram.
Aw, sorry, Instagram.
That's okay, Insta, you missing out. But if you saw this is an eclectic group of men and women, and it makes me smile.
See what you birthed?
So, It's amazing.
Look at this.
Here's-
And how
here's
it
another
plays
one, too.
forward. Here's another one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love the Sharon Foundation shirts they have.
Yes.
You guys
Yes.
are like trendsetters
We are
with that.
rocking.
Here's some shot here.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm loving it. If you guys,
This was actually a picture of Taft Correctional Institute,
uh-huh.
and all the beautiful, loving inmates made 2,000 handmade toys. Do you see those little wood toys?
Those little wood toys?
That's right. And they gave them out to us, so they were all handcrafted.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you guys, of course, donated that to
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
And so we have 2 nonprofit organizations, and yes, lots of kids, families, and so we passed them out, and they're being loved up, Taft inmates. They're being loved up.
Hey, guys, I tell you, you add a tooth to my smile when I see people that are out there not saying it, but displaying it. This gal here next to me is the epitome of kindness and compassion in action. See, kindness, compassion, forgiveness, grace, mercy, all that stuff is easy to say, but it's so much more difficult to display. Would you not agree? When it comes to people doing it.
Well, I think it's the come from place. I think that if it's something that you want to do, nothing stops you, and it just organically. I mean, how could I not? I just love what I do.
Yeah.
So when it comes from that space, I don't even think about it. It's just a big yes.
Yeah.
But if it's a force, then it just kind of gets a little wonky there, and then it's more of an I have to instead of an I get to.
Yeah, that's totally the wrong come from place.
Completely different.
I'm glad you brought that up too. It's the come from place, and I stole that from you, by the way. The come from place phrase.
Oh, okay. Well,
meaning where
I took the doing good for nothing from you, so
we feed. Hey, when iron sharpens irons, there's bound to be some sparks that's gonna fly, and so and diamonds sharpens diamonds as well too. But either wherever you are, please unify yourself with some people that you can sharpen your tool from, and even borrow some concepts from that can be able to make what you do a little bit more sticky, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so your come from place. What is the original internal come from place for you? Because that's the thing that makes the difference. It's the intent.
That's it.
Of what it is that you want to do. So when I say the epitome or the ambassador of kindness and compassion in action, I truly mean that, because her story was one for, I don't know, can we get into that just a little bit?
Go for it. Sure.
She's living in Beverly Hills, living the high life of what most of us
working in Beverly Hills.
Working in Beverly Hills, yeah. Yes.
Hobnobbing, yeah.
Just the whole thing, socialite stuff and all of that that's going along with that, and being the bride of a guy who was actually in this famous rock band.
Yes.
Yeah. And then after his passing, slowly seeing all of that kind of slip away, and then having some ironic run-ins with, you talked about some guy outside of a grocery store that was a homeless guy that Tommy, that's it.
We made a speech about that.
Yes, you did.
That was my first speech.
That is, I remember.
Yes.
Here's something too, just while we're on that topic.
Oh, how
you remember this?
Yes. Yes.
Y'all, if you're watching this is one of the events that I do called Pie in the Sky, and we had that's Shari that's looking like the Grim Reaper there, all dressed up.
The Grim Reaper.
She all covered, you can't see her. You can see, how the Grim Reaper has this dark stuff on. Well, she came moseying into that event, which had about 250 or so people at it, and live event. And she was being honored as one of our Good for Nothings awards.
The first one.
The first one.
I was the first honorary.
That's correct. Yes. And so people were like, who is this homeless person that's in there? How do we get him out of here?
Get rid of him.
Right.
They're going to ruin the event.
Yes. And then we sprung it on them and said, oh, wait a minute. This is the gal that we're here to honor. And so we drug her up on the stage and we gave her the microphone and hot seated her. Right. And that was such a blessing. And I have people who still remember that. Yes. But the opportunity to cause people to question, what is your preconceived notion of the homeless? And what were your original thoughts about that? When it turns out it was something that they did not expect.
Right.
And that opens the door for you to be able to connect and engage with people. Yes. And so coming from Beverly Hills and sliding to Bakersfield and landing in the homeless shelter bunk 11, and then having the opportunity, and I'll use opportunity as the word, to be able to see life from a totally different lens.
Yes.
changed you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want to add to that anything?
I fell in love. I did.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I don't know of anybody that grows up and aspires to be homeless.
Yeah.
You know, as kids, we think we're invincible. I see Batman, Superman, you know, Wonder Woman, that I am that, you know, but somewhere along the lines, you know, we forget who we are. And that happens more often than not, and some of us end up, you know, in a homeless situation. You know, some of us are in big mansions, $1 million mansions, you know, that have other issues. Maybe they have a home, but, you know, it could be indebtedness, alcoholism, you know, whatever. And for me, I had a certain childhood, and as far as homelessness, come to find out, because I thought I was the only one with kind of an abuse situation growing up. And the thing is that when I ended up at bunk number 11, I realized I wasn't the only one, that the whole shelter was actually full of everybody that had the same childhood I did. And even though I thought I had escaped it and got to Beverly Hills, or went to Beverly Hills and had a great job and did very well, was successful by my idea, and married a rock star, etc. Then I thought I had all that was gone, but then come to find out that the stories were just completely similar, completely similar as far as homelessness and poverty and system and things like that. So. And through that, I fell in love with myself in a whole different way, which now, and you've been instrumental as far as mentorship. I have a lot of mentors that came into my life that really helped see me here when I saw myself down here. And they held me there. And so that's exactly now what I do in paying it forward. Just because someone sees themselves right here, it really takes that mentorship of someone seeing someone completely whole, not sick, not broken, not you know, helpless and a victim, that they are really way more powerful than they even know. But until you can hold that for somebody, which you did, I mean, look how terrified I was just in speaking.
That's
it's
true.
like,
I remember that.
And he just scooted me out of the little nest when I was ready, and you just supported me because you knew I could do it. And now try to get me this.
And I knew that your story was worthy of being heard by the masses too, because to be able to give people a glimpse of what it looks like to come through something like that, and to not be a part of the itty bitty self-pity committee. And so,
boy, that'd kill you. Won't it?
Yes, that's what it starts with. It starts with the self-pity thing, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
You still, at the end of the day, maintain control of certain things. One is your attitude and your mindset.
Right.
The other one is your actions and what you do or what you don't do, because not doing something is also an action. It's like you got to choose to not do it.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
And I love this. I got to show some more pictures. For those of you on Instagram, you can't see this, but too bad, so sad. Everybody else can see it. I showed you that group, and then I wanted to show you some stuff too. Well, I see them in the alleys, cleaning up, doing their thing, and I'm like, what? And then here's another shot here. Oh, by the way, in that last shot, I see you walking there in the alley there, strutting and doing your thing.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there. Yes.
Do you see what I'm carrying, though? Like, I'm just standing there holding it. They're doing all the work.
Yeah. But it takes the teamwork that make that dream work.
Oh, I'm telling you what. These guys are my loves. I tell you, I just love every single person. We are about 60 strong, but there's probably a good 15 to 20 that are solid. And every single day, like out there, volunteering, working, and okay, we haven't disclosed who they are. They're all homeless. They're all homeless, everybody.
Wow.
They're all homeless. And I get to show up. I get to give. I get to be part of. And I want to be instead of I have to be.
So what do you say to the people out there to say, oh, these homeless people, they can extract themselves, and they're just a bunch of lazy people that love to have, and you're looking for handouts and just lazy. Yeah. What do you say to that?
I'm not going to argue with somebody and what they feel is from their perspective, you know. However, it's so easy to judge unless you get to know somebody, because to me, everything is about relationship. Everything is about relationship. And what I know for myself is, even though I might have made it to Beverly Hills, what happened was I still had the same programming. When you don't know difference, you're not going to do different.
Correct.
And
I
so
agree.
it's not so much.
That's a dinger.
It's
Yes.
not so much that I'm lazy. Yes, it is a choice, but the thing is that honestly, until you know better, you can't do better.
I agree.
And I learned that from a beautiful person by the name of Lisa Elsie Watson, if she happens to be watching here.
Hey, Lisa, I see you. And so there's Tina, Laura. Laura says living in a car, and the hardest thing was to get clean as a woman.
Yeah.
I see
That's
that.
her purse thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the Laura.
Yeah, that's what was birthed out of that. So we all bring our own experiences, you know, and we pay it forward.
Wow.
We just pay it forward.
And that's the biggest thing that we have. I talk about the 5 T's of giving, and my goodness, in this case, this gal that's sitting next to me, and a lot of people that she's joined forces with, are giving out all those T's and then some. And what we're going to do, in fact, I want to remind you guys that on the other side of this, you have an opportunity to engage in those 5 T's as well too. But first of all, I'm going to tell you what they are, and then tune you in again to that WFY type in station, what's in it for you, how you can leverage it as well. But we're going to do that on the other side of this dance break.
Time for a dance break.
Yes, it is. We got to get you guys up and moving so we can get it. I'm riding live here with none other than the Shari Rightmer. She's in the place to be. So stick around. We're going to tell you a little bit about those 5 T's. Welcome. Let's go. I see you. I see you. Maria Rightmer. I saw somebody.
Mariah.
Mariah?
My daughter.
Oh,
My daughter-in-law.
okay. All right. Welcome back, y'all. Let's go. Love this song.
Okay.
Okay, some people chiming in.
All right. Yeah.
They chiming in.
Oh.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Yes. Yes, I know. I know you're excited. I know you're excited. I know. Okay. Guys, I love having fun, especially when we're getting some stuff done as well, too. Welcome back, guys. It's live at 12:05. I know we started a little bit fashionably late, but we will not disappoint in terms of being able to give you some type of value that'll help to get you through, or maybe even give you a glimpse of what could be for your life, and even challenge you, because if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. You got to be able to challenge yourself to be able to do some stuff, and I have a walking example of that right here to my left, your right, by the name of Shari Rightmer, and she's with the Sharon organization, Sharon Corporation, I should say. If you go to share-on.org, you'll see what they're all about, a bunch of gallery photos and stuff, and they really are the epitome of the example of what it means to be a good for nothing. For those of you who missed it, the definition earlier, that good for nothing things, they're doing good in the community for nothing in return. No money. They're just out there getting it done. And as she stated, most of the people that are actively part of their organizations out there getting it done are actually what? Homeless?
Or we don't even like that word. The only reason that we use that word is for societal, because that's the word that society understands.
Right.
But we just choose to live differently, and really, home is in here. It's not where my head is, or a building, or anything like that. Yes.
You know, my biggest thing too is, especially when home. This is the hot topic right now. You know that, right?
Yes,
Homeless.
I do.
You cannot live in this society and not know that that's a hot topic. And the biggest thing is people are looking for an answer to what appears to be a big problem in the major cities and not so major cities as well too. Everybody has to address it. And there's people out there who throw stones and say, hey, these people are lazy, these people are this, they're that, they're skinny, they're fat, they're this and they're that, whatever. And at the end of the day, I'm going to say this. Having people all across the gamut, the world don't move to the beat of just one drum.
Never.
So everybody's going to have a different opinion. And that they're entitled to their opinion as well, too. Now, my opinion is that, yeah, there are some people out there who are totally lazy that don't have a home. They are not willing to do anything. In fact, they may get frustrated with you if you're not willing to give them a handout. There are that element that's out there. Then you have another element of those who this is a choice thing. It's like a more freedom thing for them, and being able to be a part of a community that allows for them to make not the negative choices that are causing people to be derided or something, but to be able to flourish in a thing that may not be kosher to the status quo, but they're still good people. Being able to have that ability to do that is key for them. And then you have other categories of people out there too. People talk about the mental health ones that are out there. They're not on their medications and they're just stumbling across as zombies through this life thing. And so you have all those different type of elements. So because that exists, even the diversity there can be reflective of the diversity that exists in the opinions that we have as well too. So trying to eradicate all the different opinions out there, I don't think is the answer. I think the answer is having people like this here that's out there that's dealing with I'm going to give out the hugs. I'm going to address the hygiene. I'm going to address the health. I'm going to give them an environment where they can feel like it's a family and they're at home. I'm going to be able to, here's his word, I'm going to help them, this hurting humanity. And that will be my job. You guys do y'all other stuff and over here and pain and complain, but I'm going to do my job over here. And that's what's so refreshing about seeing what you do, because I know where your come from place is. Not from one who's just talking about it, but someone who's been in the trenches and has herself been homeless.
Yes.
And then transition out of that. You want to add anything to that?
Well, what, as you were describing, what we call our homeless community, what's amazing is that's every community, homeless or not. Whether you, seriously, you have people that are going to be lazy, you have people that are workers, you have people that are, manipulators. I mean, it doesn't matter. So it's not just limited just to this demographics, although right now that seems to be the demographics that has the spotlight on it. Because I think, and I could be wrong, but I think that when you see homeless people, it makes other people feel uncomfortable, like, wow, that could happen to me, or, I don't know how to help, I don't know what to do. It brings fear up.
Yeah. It
brings fear up in our society. And I will say that fear just doesn't go with society. Homeless have fear of society. So it's both. And the thing that I would love the opportunity to bring forward is to bridge that gap, that if we can dissipate the fear, if we can have an understanding of both sides, and to create some awareness as to how homelessness happens, what is behind it. I think that would be a great gift, and I think that would create a lot more understanding, because we only fear what we don't understand.
Yes, true.
And look at Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Seriously, and somebody has to trailblaze that forward.
Yeah.
And so that's exactly what our group does. Is they were scared to go out into the community, and you know what? But they walked past that line of divide and said, we're going to love people up. We're going to go love our community up. And this is, as you see this picture, that's the result. And because of that, they went from being, oh my gosh, the dregs of life, to being almost the darlings of town. We haven't won everybody, but I mean, people know that when our group shows up in their t-shirts, it's like, wow, those are our people.
That's right.
And I am going to add one more thing. Our community is only as strong as our weakest link. And so they are a reflection and a product of us. And to create the separation isn't going to help.
I absolutely agree with you. I'm just flashing some pictures here on for people to be able to see. I love this picture of the line of the need is stretching across and around the corner of people who are being served.
Yes.
And I tell you, there's nothing that gets me more fired up than watching people out there, like I like to say, not just saying it, but displaying it, actually being those things that we talk about so easily, being the kindness, being the compassion, being the forgiver, those type of things, which are easy to say, but much more difficult to display. And we're going to encourage you guys, because see, those type of things that we talk about, the love, kindness, compassion, that stuff needs feet, hands, a mouthpiece. It has to be action, because if you don't have that, it's just a dormant word that you're farting in the wind.
it's
It
empty.
has no substance, no substance whatsoever. Guys, we're live and we're riding shotgun here with none other than the Shari Rightmer. She's with the Share On corporation out there. Share on, like share it on, pass it on type of thing. And it's Shari, you know, and I love that and love that she's out there again.
Passing forward, you're doing good for nothing.
Yeah, they're doing good for nothing in that community.
It's the team. They're amazing.
It is. I teased you guys on the other side of that last break. I said they're exemplifying all of the T's of giving.
Yes.
One T that they're doing, they're giving up, and this is one I think is the most important T out there because it's the most valuable piece of currency this side of the universe, which is the T of time. They're giving their time and investing it in it because you lose $20, you can get that back, but you lose 20 minutes, you can't get that back. So it's invaluable because time is, I don't know, can I be honest? Just lay it out there?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to lay it out there, guys. Time is finite. It's not infinite.
That's right.
It's limited. And that's the thing that gives us its value. And the fact that we all die eventually. If we didn't die, then time wouldn't have any value. Because you live, just go on in these bodies, you go on forever. That makes sense. So it's because we do. Death gives life its value. And that life is measured by time in this space, in these realms. Now, I don't know about the other one. I haven't got there yet. But I'm going to say this one, it's what you do with your time. Here's the next thing. The next T that I see people are giving in your Share On organization. They're giving a little bit piece of their talent.
Oh,
we just talked about
talent.
Laura.
Let me just say, all their talent.
We're going to highlight you, Laura, right quick. Laura Welter. She's the bag lady, the purse lady. What is it? She's giving the purse.
The purse, fill a purse or something like
purse,
that.
yes.
Fill a purse.
Where she takes purses. I know she talked about it right here in the feed here. She takes the purses and she puts hygiene items and all the other kind of stuff that's needed in those purses, both male and female. I'm assuming. Oh no, not male.
Well, we do have a cross-dresser.
Okay, I saw him. What a character!
And he is on our team. You saw him in the picture, and he's amazing.
I love this guy.
Listen, and Tina's my number one. Tina, shout out to Tina. Yes, to the right,
to the far right with that blood.
Every day, this man shows up, and he decks out.
It just shows you the eclecticness of the group. I just love it, and I'm laughing.
And he's straight.
And
he's straight. And he will tell you straight up, he's straight,
oh
but I'm telling you, he's unique. But every single person has a uniqueness in and of themselves. And on our campus, they get to explore that and rise up and not listen to the old messages of who they thought they were, but really get to know who they really are. Yeah,
guys, I'm riding shotgun with none other than the capital T-H-E, Shari Rightmer. I got to say that capital T-H-E because she's somebody special. Hey, Lolo, I see you, girl. Let me say hi to a few other people, too. I know y'all signed on. Savannah Baldwin, hey. Hey, Gil Bofield, good to see you. Hey, Corinne, good to see you. Hey, Tina, I know you've been hanging out. This is such a good book.
Tina, can I jump in one here?
Yeah.
Tina, we're going to round the group up, and Cedric's going to do shotgun with the whole entire team doing good for nothing, okay? Our whole collective.
Y'all going to swing by the
So
studio. We're going to have some fun over here.
Get ready.
Let some people see you guys.
Shout it out.
That's going to be awesome. Laura, I see you too there. Who else? Tammy Jo Marchand, good to see you. Christy, good to see you. So many guys. It just does my heart really good to see that you guys continue to chime in. Let me see. Laura Records, she says, I just started Bags for Men. Oh, did you? Okay.
Oh,
awesome and amazing. And she says, but I do need donations. Okay. Hey, type that in there, what you need, and maybe people can reach out to you, connect with you on this social media platform to be able to get some of the stuff in your hands that you actually need. Guys, it's the teamwork that makes the dream work. And when you're speaking it out there, just like you're doing, Laura, people, I don't know, I'm get your take on this too. People, I think, at the core of who they are, we're all born with this desire to be able to give of that which we have of ourselves. I just think that living in an environment that's more like full of smog, and we're trying to be that breath of fresh air, can jade some of us to not wanting to be able to give because of some ulterior motives of other people who are in position to receive. And so for that reason, we may a little bit more tight-lipped, tight-handed, But if we're given an opportunity to be able to give to those who are making a direct contribution to those who are in need, because I truly believe that we as givers will be absolutely worthless without those who are in need. We need those who are in need of something in order for us to be valuable, because we're being a giver but don't have anybody give anything to. What of use are we? So being able to have that need, Laura, and what you're doing gives people an opportunity to be able to say, oh, I see what she's doing. I want to be able to give to her. What are your thoughts? You have anything on that?
You know what? If you have a angst about giving, then I would, for me, I wouldn't do it, because then it's a giving to get. Why am I giving? Because the real giving comes from that space of I feel so loved. I am so loved that I have so much love. All I want to do is give.
Yeah.
All I want to do is give. And there's many forms of giving. If I can just add one more little thing. We went from serving peanut butter and jelly sandwiches 3 years ago of just 2-3 people. And the next thing we know, as of today, okay, between 2 nonprofits, we inherited a whole nother nonprofit, a whole food bank.
Is that the Harvest or something?
Labors of the
Labors
Harvest.
of the Harvest.
And everyone there that works there are volunteers from the community, and mainly are homeless. So I'm telling you, we're kicking it with the volunteering. But I'm going to say that everyone gathers, gleans, inventories warehouses, prepares, as you can see in this picture, prepares, cooks, and distributes 50,000 pounds of food plus each month.
Wow. And you went from, you said from literally, my audience, they're going crazy right now. Okay, audience, we got to do a show here. We got to do a show. Okay, good. So you went from bologna sandwiches and P&J's with 3 or 4 people that you were using to how many pounds of food being distributed?
Over 50,000 pounds. And don't forget, it's not just the food bank, but our group, Tina is our lead on our campus at Sharon, but we cook meals every single night for 40 to 60 people.
That blows my mind.
Sometimes even 70. Every single night, 365 days.
Is that the Sandwich Social?
366 this year.
366.
Sandwich Social, because we started off, we just wanted to get to know some people.
Yeah.
A gentleman on our board is the one that started it, Adam Bola. And he had the idea of, well, let's just go ahead, and we were doing Homeless Has Talent. Remember that?
I remember.
So, and I just got so burnt out. I said, don't we know people here in town?
Yeah.
There's got to be some people here. So that's, and it was birthed out of his idea to start the sandwiches just to get to know people. And the next thing we know, he took off to Colombia. Thanks, Adam. He took off for Colombia.
I saw a picture of him.
Yeah.
Saying, I'm still there in heart and spirit.
Oh, well, now he's doing Sandwich Social in Colombia. So now we have an international Sandwich Social.
I saw the banner for that.
I know. So he's still, moving forward here, and we are supporting him, Sharon, of course. And but that's how things get birthed. And we didn't know that we were going to turn into what we have.
Wow.
And now look at how amazing we are.
Wow.
Homeless. If you want to call our peeps that, listen, I just don't even see that, but our peeps are amazing, and every single person they're so good. It's something. Can I just share something?
Okay.
Another thing? How much time?
Is
Because
this
I don't want
something pretty good? It's a big one?
that's good.
Worthy of their ears and their eyes?
I think so.
Okay, well, we're going to tease y'all a little bit. I'm kind of excited to hear what she got as well, too, because she got me all perked up. But, of course, we got to do this on the other side of dance break, y'all. When we come back from the dance break, I want to hear what she got me all fired up about. And I know if I'm fired up, you guys are going to get something super special. So stick around with us. We are riding live at 12:05, y'all. Dance with us, y'all. We're going to get it going. Let's go. All right, y'all. We are back. I gotcha. Guys, I'm riding shotgun. I know. Look at my audience. They love you. So I'm riding shotgun with none other than the capital T-H-E, Shari Rightmer. It's with the Share On Corporation out there. If you go to share-on.org, you'll see exactly what we're talking about. Got a great gallery there, and also a little thing where you can learn about them as well. Laura, I wanted to address this. I see Laura. She's out there doing the bags or the purse things with stuff that she's handing out, and I told her to put something in here to be able to show what she needs. And thank you for doing that, Laura. People will be able to watch that and see that, and it gives them an opportunity to be able to reach out to you or friend you or send you a message so they can get the shampoo, conditioner, baby wipes, socks, chapstick, hair ties, deodorant, purse, drawstring, bags for men, combs, snacks, waters, and hard cake. You got it, girl. You go. That is but hey, how do we know what need to fill unless, of course, you give us that list of what's needed to be filled? And so I trust and hope and pray that will be definitely something that people will have an opportunity to be able to sow into you. We teased you on the other side of that dance break. As far as what she had, something she wants to give to us. And I'm also going to tell you the rest of those 5 T's as well, too. Oh, yeah. That I teased you guys on, too. So don't let me forget that, but I'm going to hold off. Should I do that? Sure. Okay, we talked about the T's of giving. You see, I just jumped right in there. Ah! Okay, I'll call you right back. I forgot. My thing is on. Okay, guys, I forgot to turn my phone off of ringer, so I always manage to do that. So I'll come back to that later. Okay, that was Inspirate.
Well, the good news is it wasn't me.
It was you. That's because you're here. That's right. You are here. Okay, we was talking about the 5 T's of giving, and I said that this organization, Share On Foundation, Share On Corporation, is exhibiting all 5 plus some. One we said was that T of time. Then the next one we said the T of talent. Then there's another T. This one may often be overlooked, and a lot of people don't think they have one of these. But research shows, my own personal research shows, that everybody has one of these T's. And that T is a testimony. A story of something. And it's funny because people say may say, oh, I'm an overcomer. But how do you know you're an overcomer unless you have something to overcome? And yes, you've had something to overcome. And so that's the thing you overcame. Whatever that was, is your story. And that story can be shared. Here's another T, as I rifle through these bad boys because I want to get to her story. That other T is the T of tears. Just sharing those tears in the moment. When words aren't good enough. Just being there for that person. And say, hey, Jesus did that too. He just cried with some people who was like, he knew they was going through it. And he just shed some tears. Valuable, very valuable. When words elude you and it's not enough. It's another T. This was the easiest T, by the way, that I'm about to share with you. This is the easiest T to share. Although some people think it may be more difficult for this one, but no, it's not. This T is called the T of treasures. It's the money. See, that's easy. I can just pull out my wallet. Hey! Girl, what you doing, Laura? Welker, here's $20.
I'll hold it for you, baby.
That's easy. That's an easy T. Make sure she gets that.
Oh, okay.
That's an easy T, but that didn't require me to do anything but just peel it off. Now, I had to earn that. So I had to earn it, but it's the easiest one to give, if you understand what I'm saying. That's why I put that in the easy category. Here's another T. That was 5 T's, by the way. There's a bonus T, too. At the end of the day, when you feel like you have nothing at all to give, you always have the ability to give thanks. Because you have a life, and that life is more valuable than anything else you have out there. So there you go, my friends. There's the 5 T's of giving plus a bonus T. There's some other T's, too, that you can probably peel off and they'd apply here. But that's good enough to get you guys going. I'm anxious to get into this story or this thing that you want to share. So go ahead and dive in there and let me know what's going on, because these nuggets are good.
These nuggets are the bomb. Thank you very much.
Get in there.
Actually, I'm in that thankful gratitude. That's huge. Yeah. That is to be able to be grateful. and thankful for everything. It's amazing. Okay, so here's what happened. A friend of mine called, and he flew in from Hawaii. And listen, somehow our model of Share On and what we're doing at Labors of the Harvest and what we are doing in Taft is really getting out in the ethers beyond Taft and into Kern County and outward, obviously all the way to Hawaii. Anyway, a friend of mine came over and to see our model and by the way, everyone's welcome. Come eat with us, come have a tour. If you want some food, it's not for just, we don't have a thing where it's just for pour and out. We have so much food, we just want to give it. That's it. And that's what's so amazing. So please come and join us. And
so you're saying not just for those who actually really have a need for food, but those who actually may have some food in your pantry, you have some extra too.
That's it. We are a family, so come and have Thanksgiving every night at our table, please.
Oh, that is so beautiful, and that's biblical too. I want to just jive in there. I know you want to share,
go.
But where it talks about, you know, you press down, shaking together, and pressed and stuff, it'll be overflowing. Your coffers will be overflowing if you're just obedient.
Right.
With I call it the law of reciprocity, which is a God thing. The law of reciprocity, where you give and you will be given unto. Now, we don't give to be given unto. That's the wrong come from place. It's we give because we get to give.
We have so much we want to give. We want to give.
You know what I think the biggest issue is I think there's people out there who live from what I call it, well, I've heard of this term, but I think it's so fitting here, from what is called a zero-sum mentality. Let me explain. It's where they think that the world or it's made up of just this amount of abundance, let's say, or stuff, whatever that is. And so if somebody has this amount of pie of it, they have to be ambitious to take some of their pie in order to gain some of their own. But that's the wrong mentality. The mentality really is that our world is full of abundance. It's overwhelming abundance. And there's more. It has enough to satisfy. Ooh, watch this. I'm going to lose some of y'all, but some of y'all are going to get it. It has enough to supply all of our needs, but not all of our greeds.
These nuggets got me licking my fingers. Can I please get a few more, please?
I ding myself on that. I know that's kind of narcissistic, but it's all kidding. But I don't know. What are your thoughts?
It's so true, because if you feel agreed, you're already thinking you do not have.
Yes.
And lack. So you're already, that's that come from place. You're already coming from that place of lack. I don't have, so therefore I have to go get.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work like that. Love is always around. Could you imagine walking into your kitchen and everything is there, you know, to bake a cake, the cake that you want.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden you think, no, I don't see it, and I don't have, so you bake a cake, but without all the ingredients, and it's not going to turn out.
Right.
It just isn't going to turn out.
It's going to be a messy blob that nobody wants to have anything to do with.
Yeah, it's like pass.
Such is life, my friends.
Exactly.
Guys, those who are just joining me, I am having a ball of a time here on this meaningful, magnificent Monday. I hope you guys have caught some nuggets up to this point. If you just chimed in, there's a replay button for you somewhere around here on the screen, somewhere on your screen. Find that and press the replay button, because this is a good place to be. This homeless thing has been front page news. It's been an issue for so many different cities. And
I have that one thing to share. Sorry.
yes. Oh, I thought you said. Okay.
No, I
we got to get back
share
to
it.
it.
Oh.
We got to get back to it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, she wanted to finish sharing something that we teach you guys on the other side. I thought she shared it.
If we
with
don't
you
have
guys.
time, it's okay though.
No.
We can do another episode.
We're good. Just give me the Cliff Notes
Okay,
version.
really
We're good.
quick. From Hawaii, my friend came over.
Yes.
And there's a big issue over there too as well. And so he was really curious, and he was shocked, because this is what now he is going around and sharing, and he travels all over the world. And he says he has never been to a campus where people show up without a schedule, without being told what to do, without how to do it, when to do it. Everyone just jumps in and does what they feel that they're supposed to do without question, no hours, no schedule, no pay. And here's what he said. It's cleaner than any hospital he has ever been to. It runs better than any military operation, and it's more organized than any government system he could ever imagine. I get to.
Yeah.
Not because I have to. And every person does not have even a home or bed to sleep in, and they show up every single day and do this. It's phenomenal. And we are so happy. We really love each other, and we are a family. So come join us. Come. It's amazing.
Guys, this is Shari Rightmer. She's out of Taft, California. And those of you who are in the Central Valley area of California, you know where Taft is. A little bitty town, probably population 2 people. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's more than that. It's more than that. Population, what's approximately, what do you think?
It's tumbleweeds and oil rigs.
Tumbleweeds and oil rigs, yeah. So
no, I don't know what the population is. I know that we have 60 deemed homeless, and then it's
a nice sized town. I'm just joking, girl. But it's been around for a long time, and just like anywhere, you got some issue of homelessness that's there. But it's funny because some of the best things that are created are just created from a come from place of feeling a need. Mm-hmm. And it started small, just like that. I think about wildfires. And they start from the smallest little spark of something. It could be that cigarette flicked out of the window, that butt,
That doing good for nothing.
Right. And then it just goes, bow! And next thing you know, it accumulates. And you get this big old out of control wildfire that causes, oh my gosh, billions of dollars in damage. But that is really, I think, is a good analogy for what can happen when you have the right confront place with something that's, I'm just going to say it, it's kind of falling in line with obedience and serving the least of these, our hurting humanity in some way, shape, or form. And then you see other people who want to pile on top of that. And this is a good case of pile on, where you want them to come and be able to give those 5 T's that we talked about earlier and give them a platform and a space to be able to do that. And then don't be surprised when you start to do something that's worthy of duplication. Mm-hmm. As the gentleman that you just referred to that came from Hawaii and saw that this operation was unlike any other that was out there. Guys, we're riding shotgun here with Shari Rightmer. She's with the Sharon Corporation. If you go to sharon.org, it's share, SHAR-ON.org. If you can't spell that, you need to go back to school. That's just too bad. That's a simple one. But I'm having a ball of a time, and we're getting, just like that, we already getting that close to an hour. But I'm not going to let it go out like that. I got another question I want to throw at her, and I'm going to see what you guys' take on it, okay? So, but it's going to be on the other side of this dance break. It's our last break on this live 12:05. So stick around with us. You want to hear what this question I'm going to ask her about, because it's going to, the way she answers it, it's going to be a blessing to you. She don't even know what it is.
I don't.
But it's going to be something super special, because I know she has inside of her. Okay, guys? We'll see you on the other side of this. Come on, jam with us. We ride shotgun. Guys, if that doesn't fire you up, you're dealing with some wet wood.
I'm going to take that too.
You know that song, right?
Of course I do.
Okay, I was going to say.
So perfect. That's such a great song.
At the end of the day, it's like, can't we all get along, and we're sharing the same air? Why can't we be friends and lean into each other instead of leaning away from each other when we see the outcast or the downtrodden and stuff? That's an opportunity to be able to say, hey, man, even if it's just engaging in a conversation.
Right. Isn't that what Jesus did, though? He didn't go to a temple or a building. He went out to the multitudes, loved them, and fed them. That's it. He didn't say, oh, you need to come and eat before, or you need to come and listen to something or do something before I do something back for you. It's just like, come.
It wasn't quid pro quo.
No, it was just come.
It was come, be a part of. In fact, this is a good segue. I'm going to ask this question. I think one of the biggest things that our people get from such type of organizations like yours is the feeling of community. Because I think at our core, we're all wired and born to be in fellowship and community with other people. So if you're a lone ranger, you're in danger. I'm going to say it again. I made it rhyme for you too. If you're a lone ranger, you're in danger because the biggest enemy tends to be our inner me. It's that person that remembers all the struggles and troubles and flaws and fallacies and hangups, and it talks to you all the time. And you'll adopt, if you're not careful, you'll adopt a narrative that's not good for you. Or you have a limiting belief because you was raised in such a way that installs some stuff that still to this day traumatizes you. But you can use that and leverage it to be cathartic and therapeutic by sharing that testimony with other people. And then don't think it's strange when you see yourself gaining some type of strength from it. So why can't we be friends, share your story, and be able to get out there and lean forward into this hurting humanity? Because Lord knows there's never been another time in history where we need you, yes you, whoever you are, to be able to step up and step out and not just say it, but display it. So I love having people like her here. That's the epitome of being an ambassador for those things that I talk about, kindness and love and compassion and all that stuff that I know is just her MO. If you cut her right now, she'll bleed that stuff. You'll see it all come out. And so it's like, because it's in her DNA. I know Confucius almost got it right when he said, I hear and I forget, I see and I remember, I do and I understand. But there's a fourth one. I do daily and I become. That's the fourth one. Goodbye, Instagram. You guys only stuck around for an hour. I know it only ties me into you guys for an hour, but it's so good. Y'all missed out. But everybody else is watching this on replay. You guys are getting all of this. So I'm going to say it again. Confucius almost got it right. He got 3 of them. And for those of you who are saying, Cedric, how dare you try to improve on Confucius? Hush up. There is a 4th one. Okay. He says, I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. And I'm adding to it, said, okay, yeah, that's great. But if you do daily, you become. So then the question becomes, what do you want to become? Now, let's say if you wanted to be doing something significant. I just posted something the other day. This is so good. You know, I'll get to it. The question I'm going to ask you. I posted something the other day that was asking the question of, is your ladder of success leaning against the right building?
Oh.
And I just threw that out there. And then I challenged people to answer that question honestly from their come from place. Meaning is, what you raise your right hand and vow to want to do in that space or that career, whatever that may be, at the end of the day, if you are successful for that, in that space, does it matter?
No.
That's the question. Is if the answer to that, the honest answer is that it really not gonna matter.
It's not.
Then why are you doing it? Dare I would say that he or she who leads a life like that is living their life as if they think they get another shot. We only get one shot to go through. Am I saying, well, Cedric, I gotta work on my job. I need to quit my job. No, not saying that. Only the confused mind comes away with that conclusion. But here's what I'm saying. Find a way to be able to take your career field and turn it into your mission field in some way. Or not just make $1, but make the difference. Not just make a check, but make a change. Not just make not just make an income, but make an impact.
Exactly.
How can you do that?
Oh, come on now. Come on.
But we can applaud it and do it? Guys, if you joining me, I'm riding shotgun with Shari Rightmer. I love being with her because we can talk on that level that is not, we ain't talking about who's getting pregnant, who's fat, who's sleeping with who. We ain't talking about that stuff.
That's such a waste of time, isn't it?
It is. And we can't get the time back.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
We're talking about positive gossip.
We're talking about taking every opportunity
Yes.
to its maximum.
That's right. We're squeezing the juice out of every opportunity in service to this hurting humanity. And for that, my friends, and with the come from place, the one that's not saying I'm going to do this because I want to get that. That's
Exactly.
the now, if you're thinking that away. No, that's not the right come from place. Here's the one. I want to give because I have an opportunity to be able to give because I was given unto.
I get to.
I get to get it. I get to give it. So question. Why do you do this?
Because I love what I do.
I don't think they heard you.
I love what I do. I love I cannot wait to get up every single morning and hit the ground, because it's like Christmas every single day. I have no idea what I'm going to unwrap throughout the day. I just know I love it. And when I drop in bed, it's because I'm tired, not because I don't want to keep going. And I truly am absolutely in love. And to have a job that you love doing regardless, and people and community. And by the way, let me just say, our Taft community at large is really sweet too. I mean, the support has gone both ways. And there has been a bridge that has happened in our community that is just, a year ago we wouldn't have ever thought that it would have happened. So and it's amazing. So,
and it wasn't all easy when you first started. You had some opposition.
Yes.
If I'm correct.
Yes. Because people, again, it's all fear. What we don't know, then we go into assumptions, and we go into that scared, oh my gosh, doom and gloom. So to just confront it and just be available so that people can ask questions, so that and everything is about relationship. It truly is. You said that being alone, I'm telling you what, you're shark meat out there. You are lunch. Your lunch.
Amen. And he won't win.
So that's what we create at Share On, is that community where everyone, you matter and you're never alone.
Wow.
Never alone.
Guys, I got to applaud and being that. Yes. If you're just joining us, y'all, I'm riding shotgun with none other than the capital T-H-E, Shari Rightmer. I like to call her the ambassador of kindness and compassion in action.
Oh, wow. I'll take that.
You know that? I just coined that phrase.
I'm just kidding.
Because I know her story. When I say from Beverly Hills to Bunk 11 and above, she was in the Beverly Hills community doing her thing, rock star husband, not hurting for money. And then transition of events lands her in the homeless shelter at Bunk 11. And then being able to connect to some people that were there and be able to serve in that community. And then bounce from that and have this vision of being able to supersize the service part of that. And now she's in the Taft area, creating a model, a template, if you will, that is unmatched. And as far as the way it operates and does its thing. And so I know her, and to know her is to love her. And she said, the answer to that question, when I said, why do you do this? She says, because she loves it. And I say this all the time. It bears repeating. You can't overstate this one. If you do what you love, you will love what you do. And so in the morning, you don't just roll out of bed. You spring out of bed because you get to do this.
Right.
You get another chance to be able to do something significant. You get to be able to surround yourself with people who are going to be able to uplift you, encourage you, and you get to be able to be of service for you to do the same to them, because in that case, quid pro quo is a good thing, is that you're giving and you're getting as well.
The same, the equal give and receive.
Yeah.
But it's also contagious. And just as Cedric was instrumental in my life, it's paying forward. What Cedric's given to me, what I'm giving, what our team is giving, it just keeps mentoring and it keeps paying forward, you guys. And it's inspirational to everybody. Everyone, it's a win-win.
Yes,
it's just a win-win.
That's true, my friends. And I always like to say, in the process of paying forward, somebody had to start the process by paying it back. They paid it backwards. Yes. They actually said, hey, let me do that and start that process.
It's usually not from a very comfortable place either.
That's true.
It's usually not.
That's true.
Because that's how, when I'm uncomfortable, that's when I'm going to say, yeah, it's time to get up and try something different.
That's true. Guys, again, I'll say this again. I already said it once, but it bears repeating. If it does not challenge you, it does not change you. The cat of comfort has a very interesting purr that keeps you where you're at. So you have to be aware that you cannot grow in comfort. Only a fool would pray for greener grass, but then curse the rain. We need that in order to be able to grow. So that thing that's fearful, that thing that looks hairy and scary, the obstacle in the way is the way.
That's right.
That's the way. You don't turn and run. You turn around and run too, because the other side exists a better you. I think that's a part of it. And now you're going to be able to do that. We're doing it too. I love these kind of conversations. God, I hate to go But we got to sometimes stop this stuff because it's just been going for so long right now here, and we're way over. But I'm gonna say thank you to my guest. This ain't her last time. It wasn't her first time, but she'll be back. In fact, what the first time I pulled that picture out? Where were we at? This one you was on last time right there. Look at that. Look at that. We had our service. Well, Secret Service. We were in Secret Service that day. Yeah, guys, I absolutely love what I do. You know that. I wear it on my sleeve, and I'm not bashful about doing it. But more important than anything else, I want to encourage you to do that too. Because, again, at the end of this day, we get one shot at this life thing. It behooves us not to just try to make it good. Let's make it absolutely great. So coming from MrMakeItGreat.com, I want to thank you for your time. Press your share button if you watched it all the way up to this point. Or if you just chimed in, my goodness, when we sign off, wait a few seconds, press the replay button, and thank me later. Because there was some value here that came from this gal, and I love having her on here. And for myself as well. Okay, I'll give it a little bit. It's just, hey, the teamwork makes the dream work. But at the end of the day, I hope you guys are getting down on it. That's what this song says right here, the Cool in the Game. So on this Monday, I want you to make this Monday so amazing that last Monday gets insanely jealous, okay? We're going to make it jealous. Go out there and do what you do and help a few, okay? Until next time, love, peace, and chicken grease. We'll talk to you guys later. Get on out. You got to go home, but you got to get out of here. We'll talk to you guys later. Let's dance out. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. Talk to you guys later. Love you.